this is Rustin with Metalholic Magazine and the Examiner. I'm here with Shawn of Megadeth. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing absolutely wonderful. You know, I've been asking all the other bands I've been talking with today who they're looking forward to seeing, and the one band that keeps coming out of everybody's mouth is Megadeth. So.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely. So who are you looking forward to seeing?
You know what? Obviously the tour's just started. It's only our third show. So I haven't been able to see hardly any bands, to be honest with you. I saw a little bit of Godsmack last night. I haven't seen a note of Disturbed yet because we've had to jet off as they start their set. We're in transit to get here. Tonight we don't have to leave so early, so I'm going to definitely check out a bit of Disturbed as well. And I like to see a lot of the younger bands that are playing in the second stage. Some of them I'm familiar with and some of them I'm not. So that's always fun for me if there's any young band out there that catches my eye. I'm always on the lookout for new heavy stuff. So
nice. Well, the new Megadeth album, the 13th album, titled 13.
13, yeah.
Finally got the name on that.
Yeah.
That's sort of been, as the name would imply, sort of a jinx for you guys so far.
The jinx.
Lots of weird stuff happening so far.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is that was just what we were naming it until we can come up with a name.
Right.
And then these 13 things kept coming up, and we just kind of said, you know, maybe that's Dave really came up, you know, why don't we just go ahead and call it that? And we're like, and if you look, I don't know if you've seen,
the number.
Yeah, the number, and that, I thought that was really cool. So why not?
Absolutely. So, and you guys have already had one of the tracks going on a video game.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff going on with that so far. But how much are you guys actually, if any, how much, if any, of you guys actually playing on the Mayhem tour right now?
How many songs?
Yeah. We're
playing the one song right now, Public Enemy #1.
Right.
And yeah, that tune's just a fun tune to play. It's an up-tempo song, and just kind of chose to win with that one, you know. And crowd response has been really good to it so far, so we're digging it.
Now, this is the first album that you guys have recorded with Dave. What was it like working with Dave on this?
Yeah, it was
Dave
great.
Ellefson.
David Ellefson, yeah. Yeah, it's been great, of course. He's a consummate pro. He's a great guy and excellent musician. So for me personally, it was really cool to have him back in the band, and it's been great.
Changed the dynamic in the studio, having him back in there with Mustaine.
Those two have been playing together for so many years. They just kind of read each other's minds, and it was really cool to see that, where you wouldn't really have to take a ton of instruction, really. I mean, just, you know, he would hear the song, okay, what if I put this over this? And it was really cool to see that musical dynamic for me. So it was very cool.
Right. Now, you guys worked with Johnny K on this one because
Yep.
Andy Sneap was busy.
Yeah.
Now, Johnny K is notoriously a taskmaster. He usually has bands sleeping behind the drum kits to record. Obviously, that wouldn't go over with Sting. You guys recorded it in Vic's garage and everything. But what was that process like?
Me and Johnny hit it off right off the bat, speaking personally. We all think he's great, and he did a great job, as you'll hear later on this year. For me, we just locked in. We had the same ideas and how we wanted to go about doing drum tracks and everything, and it was a real easy process. It's certainly not the easiest process I had. And nothing against Andy, because Andy's great, and we had a great time doing the end game and stuff as well. He's a great friend of mine. But this time, I don't know, it just seemed to, maybe it's because I heard the riff so many times, I don't know what it was, but it's just a real painless effort, and I had a great time doing it.
Now, sonically, I know Dave Ellefson said it sounds sonically a little bit like Countdown in that era, depending on how it's mixed. How do you feel it sonically?
I don't know. You know, until it's done, I reserve judgment. I've heard it sounds great. I don't like to compare things to the past.
Right.
It's its own thing, you know. Whether sonically it sounds like Countdown or Euthanasia or whatever, First Black Sabbath album. I know he's going to do a great job, and like I said, the few things that I have heard, it's going to be great.
Excellent. I want to make sure I don't forget anything that I wanted to ask you. One thing I was going to ask you about is I was just talking to Paolo from Trivium. You know, when you think of heavy metal, everybody's sleeve, you have the tattoos everywhere. I talk about that with a lot of the bands. You don't have any readily available. Is that a big thing with you, or?
No, yeah, it just so happens that, you know, Chris doesn't have any. I don't know, we're not big into it, you know. The whole thing with me is I didn't want to do, even when I was younger, I didn't want to do anything I regret later in life. And I do have one, and I regret having it. So I'm the only one that has one, and I wish I could get rid of it. So yeah.
It's sort of that trademark of heavy metal seems to be tattoos. So it's always more striking when you see somebody who doesn't have them.
Exactly, and that's all the reason why not to do it. right?
Absolutely. So on this tour, now you guys are going to be playing on the main stage. You guys have played Mayhem before, right?
Nope.
This is the first time?
Yep.
Wow. So what's the, I mean, you guys only had a couple shows so far, but what's the experience been like?
It's been great so far. You know, our plans don't alter. No matter what festival or whatever situation we're playing on, whether we're with ourselves or with other bands or festivals, you know, we have the same game plan. That's to go out there and play as hard as we can and try to give the fans the best show possible. So, but with that said, this has been a great experience so far. It's cool to be with so many other bands, young bands, bands that we know, bands that we don't know. It ultimately gives the fans different bands to latch onto. And if anybody can walk away from the show who maybe not that familiar with Megadeth, maybe they know the name but they don't know material that well, and they walk away from that show going, wow, this guy's really great, I'm going to check them out. Then ultimately we won. So you know what I mean? So that's, you can never have enough fans as far as I'm concerned. If we can gain more fans by doing this, then that's a good thing.
Now, Mustaine is very intense lyrically. He's got a lot of stuff going on in his head. What can we expect lyrically with the new album?
Again, it's just a wide array of material lyrically. There's no one set subject that he talks about, whether it, politics or things like a lot of the stuff he's done in the past. It's just a collection of cool tunes, you know what I mean? And again, I don't want to give too much away now anyway, but again, it's a varied array of lyrical material and musical material.
So
I think it's got a lot that everybody would like, whether you like, ultra fast heavy stuff or you're more, mid-tempo stuff, some slow stuff. It's just a collection of metal songs.
Now the album's not coming out until late fall, early winter.
Right.
And are you guys doing sort of a prepackaged thing now during Mayhem, or are you sort of waiting on that until it's all mixed down?
In terms of actually selling the record?
Yeah, because I know a lot of bands.
No, we're actually pre-selling. We started pre-selling the record yesterday. We did a signing where I honestly don't know exactly how it works. I believe if you purchase the record in advance, you get some kind of thing, and then you sign the poster. No, we did that yesterday, and it was very successful. So I would envision we're going to probably do that for every show, and why not? It's a great way to promote and sell your record in advance.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's what a lot of bands seem to be doing. I just wanted. So for you Mayhem fans out there in other cities who haven't gotten to the tour yet, come out. You can pre-order it, get the autograph, see the guys and everything.
Yep.
It's a great lineup this year, so you can't go wrong with any of the bands. What's on tap for you guys after Mayhem?
We have a month off after Mayhem that we do the Yankee Stadium Big Four show. And then we have some shows in South America in November. I'm not sure how many right now. I think we have Brazil, Chile, and Argentina. I'm not sure if we're doing any more than that. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, because the record is going to probably plop around that time. So I know there's a lot of stuff that's being planned in terms of the subsequent world tour that will happen after our release of the record. So that's all I know that's on the books right now. But I'm sure there'll be more stuff popping up in the not too distant future. Right.
Now you guys did a lot of stuff overseas with the Big Four.
Yeah.
Here we got the Indio show, and then we're going to have the Yankee Stadium show.
What question are you going to ask?
Is it even worth it for? I mean,
are we going to play more shows at the Big Four?
No, because at this point I know they're going to come up. It's a Metallica thing. It's driven by Metallica. What about the other bands though? I mean, have you guys even talked about maybe doing a package with like the Big Five without Metallica, Exodus, Testament, like you guys had last time? You guys and perhaps
No, we haven't talked about it. That doesn't mean it won't happen. Anything is possible. When it came to the Big Four, and I mean, to me, you never say never. I mean, I don't know if anybody thought that would ever happen. I'm certainly glad that it did. It's been very successful, and it's been a really great experience. Yeah, we don't know. Like I said earlier, I don't know what we have on tap right now. Once we do those 3 shows or whatever it is in South America in November, I don't know what's in store for us. But it's going to be fun, whatever it is. I'm sure we're going to be doing a lot of cool things. I don't know, honestly, if we're doing any more Big Four shows past Yankee Stadium. I haven't heard anything. But based on the success of it, I'm definitely hopeful that it will happen. Where and when, I don't know. We'll just have to see.
I'm sure the American fans are feeling left out on that and everything. Before we get out of here, Shawn, you're always behind the kid. Everybody knows the games and everything, and the guitar guy. Tell us a little something about Shawn that people might not know about you. What you're into outside of music. So, come out of the shadows for a second.
What am I into, God? When I'm off the road, honestly, when I'm off the road, I just spend time at home with the family and play golf when I can. And watch a lot of NFL football. Season's coming up if we have a season this year.
Yeah,
I think it's going to happen. But I'm into normalcy. I like mowing my lawn and things that people take for granted.
Oh.
You know, I don't do anything crazy, to be honest. It's just I just enjoy my time at home, my family, you know, and because we're away so much. So when you're away and you're doing this circus that we do every day, for me, I crave the normal things that you guys all do and don't even think twice about. For me, it's like I want to go see a movie, do just normal things, you know, go out to dinner with my family, whatever, hang out with friends. Very boring. I'm sorry, that's a very boring answer.
No,
I could have lied and said, you know.
It's actually a very common answer. Is people, it is. It's like the circus that everybody sees it as from the outside is what it is. The wild and crazy is what you guys have to do every day. Why would you not be seeking to go home and just, oh my God, I want to unwind? Put all that
just
stuff
kind of relax and recharge the batteries, because it's not long before you have to go out and do it again. So.
And I notice a lot of people I've talked to are very big into cooking. Are you a cook as well, or not your thing?
I can really cook a good microwave hot dog. I'm pretty good at that.
There you go.
Microwave craft dinner. I'm good at that too now.
So you leave that to somebody else. So what's your team then?
Pittsburgh Steelers, kid.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Yeah. Best answer I've had in this course.
Six Super Bowls again.
There you go.
I got chipped last year, but that's a whole other interview, isn't it?
Shawn Drover, Megadeth, the new album 13 be out in November, I believe. Okay. So looking forward to seeing them on Mayhem. Make sure you get out, see the band, pre-order the album. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk about it.
Everybody, Shawn Drover, Megadeth. You're listening to Metalholic on Mojo Radio.